Yo, what's good, TGB? It's your boy B, and I'm back with a video. And in today's video, I put Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in the Tom Brady era to see if they can stop the Tom Brady era, basically. So as y'all can see, we are the New England Patriots, and this is taking place. The roster is 2005 roster. So at this point, Tom Brady already has one ring, but that's all he has so far. Let's go ahead and head over to Patrick Mahomes' teams to see what type of weapons he's working with. Now, first things first, he still has his top tier tight end just like how he does in real life right now, and Tony G. So he's gonna be able to make some plays with Tony G and stuff like that. As far as his receiving core, not the best, but it's definitely not the worst right now. He has Dante Hall, Eddie Kennison, Sammy Parker. Now let's go ahead and head over to Josh Allen's weapons. He has Lee Evans, Eric Moulds, and Josh Reed, and he does not have a super nice tight end like the Chiefs do. But as y'all can see, man, it is the same. I gotta fix their ages so they don't retire. But this is gonna be a little series, probably a 4-part series, because I want to do probably every 5 years up until current day, which is 2022. And right now we're in 2005, but I gotta fix their ages and stuff like that. But Josh Allen's and Patrick Mahomes' stats are set to what they are right now in Madden. So as y'all can see, it's just a regular Josh Allen. I just have to fix his age. Now, as far as Tom Brady goes, let's go ahead and head over to there. And yes, we will be doing realistic draft classes and stuff like that. So more real players can start joining the league and stuff like that. But as y'all can see, Tom Brady is only a 94 at this point because this is very early on in his career. Like I said, it's only 05. And I believe he got drafted in like 2000 or somewhere around there. So he's only been in the league for a little while now. 94 overall. Like I said, he has one Super Bowl. And he doesn't even have Gronk or anything like that. And so yeah, but he has a few weapons. Deion Branch, Troy Brown, Andre Davis. Like I said, no Gronk yet. So it's still Christian and then Daniel Graham as the backup. They actually have 3 solid tight ends as well. And so, yeah, so that's basically what we're going to be doing. First season, I'm just going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs to see how each and every one of their teams do. And then we're going to take a look at their stats and just sim through the playoffs, man. All right, y'all boys. After the first season, as y'all can see, man, it kind of went exactly how it was supposed to go. Chiefs #1 seed with the Patriots at the #2, and the Patriots and the Bills playing each other in the first round. Now, obviously, the Bills can't be a super high seed because they're in the same division as the Patriots, so one of them have to fall to the 5th, 6th, or 7th seed. Now, as y'all know, like I just mentioned, the Patriots and the Bills are in the same division, so I want to take a quick look at what happened in those games and stuff like that. I went to the wrong spot, but 14-3 is kind of crazy for Mahomes. But let's go ahead and look at our schedule. Oh, I keep going to the wrong game, chat. Hold on. All right, team schedule. Regular season, let's see what happened in the games against the Bills. So the Patriots ended up coming out with the dub against Josh Allen in the first game, but lost by a good bit of points in the second game. So they kind of split games, but the Patriots just, you feel me, overall dominated throughout the whole season and was able to go 13-4. Took the division. Bills went 10-7, which isn't bad, which is pretty solid. Now let's go ahead and look at the stats on these quarterbacks, man. Now, 4,500 passing yards for Brady is pretty straight, but I want to look at their stats altogether. Now, Josh Allen is leading the lead in passing yards. Is he leading in touchdowns too? Oh no. Okay, so Brett Favre is leading in touchdowns, which doesn't matter. We focus on Mahomes, Brady, and Allen. Tom Brady is up here as well with 39 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a beautiful touchdown interception ratio. Now, where's Mahomes? Now, Mahomes has 37 tutties, 13 interceptions with only 4,500 passing yards, which isn't bad, but it's just not as good as the Josh Allen and and Brady stats. But yeah, so let's go ahead and sim past the first round of the playoffs, man, and see what happens, because I'm very curious to see who's going to win this game. So, boom, let's go ahead and sim to the next week. Okay, so already we have the upset. The Bills took the W over the Patriots, man. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl to see if Mahomes or Josh Allen can get to the Super Bowl and get their first rings with their new team. Now, they already took the first step in stopping the Brady era. I want to see if Tom Brady can come back the next season and get the W. All right, y'all boys. Josh Allen was able to pull off 2 upsets back-to-back against Brady and Mahomes. Ended up losing to the Chiefs. Now ended up losing to the Colts. That was Colts versus Green Bay. This doesn't really matter. We're focused on Mahomes, Allen, and Brady. So we're just going to go ahead and sim to the next season. All right, y'all. As y'all can see, the Super Bowl winner ended up being the Colts. But that's irrelevant right now. I just went on this screen to go ahead and show y'all that Josh Allen did get him an MVP so far. So far, nobody has gotten the Super Bowl, but Josh Allen did get his MVP. But we are in the next season, and I want to take a look at what rookies were drafted by each of these teams. I know each team had a late round draft pick, so they probably didn't get much. But once again, these are the realistic draft classes. So like I said, it was the 2006 draft class, which had Reggie Bush and all of them in it. So I'm just curious to see which team picked up what. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into that. All right, y'all boys. None of the teams really drafted anybody super big that would help the quarterback out. The Bills did end up getting Maurice Jones-Drew, which is a solid addition at the running back spot. But as y'all can see, once again, all 3 teams made the playoffs except the Steelers went the #1 seed this year. And the Patriots once again won the division over the Bills, man. We're going to keep checking out those games between the two to see if they're splitting games or if the Patriots are just dominating them. But Tom Brady's doing it over and over and over again in the regular season. We just need him to perform in the postseason to get those Super Bowls. Now, they did end up playing the Chiefs this time, and it's 24-7. I want to take a look at the stats right quick. Tom Brady threw for 257. Mahomes threw for 259. 1 tutty, 2 interceptions from Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for Brady. Not a bad game from either one of them, except, well, Mahomes threw 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, but he came up with the win, so that's all that matters. Now, against the Bills, Brady won the first game, and as far as the second game goes, he took both games against the Bills. The Bills are going to probably have to beat them both times in order to take the division, but that just hasn't been happening. Let's look at the stats for this year to see if it's the same pattern. If Josh Allen is still going stupid, just coming up short as far as wins and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and head over to NFL. Boom. So passing yards, Carson Palmer led, but once again, that doesn't matter. So Patrick Mahomes ended up being the leader out of those 3 in passing yards, and then scroll some Josh Allen, and then Tom Brady. Let's look at touchdowns. Who's the highest? Mahomes. So it looks like Mahomes had the best season out of those 3. He did end up having 10 interceptions, but that's not a big deal considering Josh Allen threw 18 on the season with 36 touchdowns, and Tom Brady 35 for 12 interceptions. Not bad. 70 pass completion percentage, which is amazing on the year. Josh Allen just had a bad year, but he still found a way to make the playoffs. Let's see, can he show up there? If not, he kind of took a fall off. Let's see who won the MVP, if anybody. Out of those 3 won anything. Let's go to the NFC. Nope. So it looks like nobody as far as those 3. Mahomes was second, but nobody out of Mahomes, Brady, and Allen won anything. So we're going to go ahead and sim through these playoffs and see how that turns out. Okay, so this is just a repeating thing. So either one of the 3 of them make it to the conference championship and they lose. Now, as y'all can see here, Chiefs versus Bills in the playoffs. I want to take a look at the stats here. But the Chiefs ended up beating Josh Allen this time, but Josh Allen had the better game. 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Now, Mahomes performed too with 2 tutties, 314 and 0 interceptions as well. But the Chiefs just ended up coming out on top. Josh Allen, he might have not had that great of a game. Threw 57% from the field, which is not good at all. And then Patrick Mahomes just had an efficient game, 87% pass completion percentage. So that's pretty much what happened in that game. Now, Patriots didn't go on to play the Chiefs. The Patriots come up short again against these quarterbacks, and he loses to them. He throws 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 284 yards. Mahomes throws 327, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now, it looks like Mahomes didn't perform too crazy against him. He has a higher passer rating, but Brady threw 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. 66 pass completion percentage, 63 pass completion percentage. So it looks like it was a very, very defensive heavy game. And Tom Brady threw way more than Mahomes did. So I'm guessing the Chiefs just had the ground game going, or just way better clock management. And then, as y'all can see, Steelers, they were the #1 seed, lost to Mahomes. Mahomes threw 215, 1 for 1. And so yeah, so that's pretty much it for this season. Let's go ahead and head over to the next season, man. I enjoy seeing like just the results of what happens, especially in the playoffs, because they just keep playing each other year after year. And I feel like every quarterback is performing to how good they really are in real life throughout their career. We just need Brady to, you feel me, figure it out in the postseason. But he's doing good in the regular season. So is Mahomes. All right, y'all boys, we are in the next season by now, but I just want to take a look at how these QBs are progressing. Now, as y'all can see, they're the top 3 of the top 4 quarterbacks in the league. Somehow, some way, Carson Palmer is up here as the #2 best quarterback as far as overall goes. But as y'all can see, these QBs are developing perfectly now. Josh Allen being the one who develops the most and the fastest is pretty arguable, but he is the highest overall QB, man. It's probably because he can run the ball as well. As far as his athleticism is a lot better than Mahomes and Brady. But as y'all can see, man, Brady's a 97 overall, Mahomes 97 overall. Both got great stats. Now they need to start winning, man, because I feel like by now Tom Brady needs to start getting on the road to getting him another championship, or it's already going to go ahead and alter his legacy. I don't remember off the top of my head if he did get one. Another one by now, because I believe we simmed 2 seasons, so this would be the 2008 season, I believe. I could be tripping. I will correct that later on. But as y'all can see, I just want to show y'all their overalls. I'm gonna go ahead and sim to the playoffs again to see what they do. All right, y'all. Another situation, but this time that boy Josh Allen performed. Finally got the #1 seed and took the division from Tom Brady. But y'all know Tom Brady is not making the playoffs, so he's in at the 7th seed. And then y'all know Kansas City running that division, but he is the #4 seed. He's won his division every single year that he's kind of been in this little era, which is very expected from him. Bills went 14-3, and the Patriots went 10-7. Y'all know what we do, man. Head over to these stats and see what these stats look like from these quarterbacks. Now, as I can already see, Tom Brady's 6th in the league in passing yards, which is a big jump from what he's been doing. He's been pretty mid as far as the passing yards go, but let's take a look at it. So, Josh Allen, to no surprise, passing leader after having the worst season out of the 3 quarterbacks. He comes back, bounces back, and has the best season out of those 3 QBs. 42 tuds, 8 interceptions, 5,300 yards on the season. Now, if you don't have to do much scrolling to get to Tom Brady, 36 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, which is good as well. Now, let's go ahead and find Mahomes. Now, it's not a bad season for him because he still threw 40 touchdowns, 11 interceptions on 66 pass completion percentage. He just didn't have that many yards this season, man. 4,600, which isn't bad, but he's just not up there with Brady and Josh Allen this season. But who knows? He could potentially win the Super Bowl and shock everyone and cause a few upsets and things like that. But I feel like this is the year that Josh Allen can finally make the Super Bowl, or at least one of these QBs can make the Super Bowl. I'm just saying Josh Allen because he had the best season so far out of those 3 QBs. But one of them has to win a Super Bowl this year. I just don't know which one yet. So let's go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl and see. All right, y'all, man. I knew it. I knew one of these QBs had to make the Super Bowl. It ended up being Mahomes. Mahomes beat Josh Allen and then finally took down the Steelers, who've been, you feel me, going stupid over these past few years. And now he's facing the Saints in the Super Bowl, 2 4 seeds facing off in the Super Bowl. Now, one thing I meant to correct, this is the 07-08 season. So technically it is 08, but it's 07-08. We're probably going to send maybe one more season, and then we're going to end off the video there at 08-09, and then just continue like that. But hopefully this is the year that Mahomes gets his Super Bowl, man. I kind of want to Now I'm just gonna go ahead and sim. I'm gonna go ahead and sim. Maybe in the future we can do a little sim cast, but I don't want this video to be too long, man. Now let's take a look at these yearly awards before we hop into the Super Bowl, stuff like that. So as y'all can see, Josh Allen with another MVP under his belt, man. That boy Tom Brady really gonna have to get his weight up because he's been, you feel me, pretty like he's been making playoffs and doing good in the regular season, so he's been a good franchise quarterback. But as far as that legendary status he has in real life right now and how real life actually went, it's not going that way, man. These QBs is knocking them out left and right, and Mahomes ended up being the first one to get to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen also wins Offensive Player of the Year, so go ahead and add that under his belt as well. And Best QB, I'm guessing. Yep. So that boy, Josh Allen has all the awards, and it's looking like Mahomes is about to get the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and sim to see how that goes. All right, y'all. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes did come out with the Super Bowl, but he didn't win Super Bowl MVP, which is kind of trash. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I gotta keep it real in these videos. That's kind of bad. That, you feel me? You're supposed to be him, but I'm guessing Anthony Hargrove hooped out in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the stats. Now for this, because it is the Super Bowl, I'm gonna look at all the stats, man. I want to see what really happened within this game. I want to know, is Mahomes the reason that the Chiefs won this game, man? Because if not, I mean, he still gets the credit because he took the team to the Super Bowl, and he's the quarterback who won the Super Bowl. But like I guess, man, Mahomes did not show up in the big game. Defense had to carry him. 199 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which is pitiful for an all-time, well, supposed to be an all-time great QB. I'm not saying he's that now as far as real life goes, but as far as his sim goes, his overall and his stats say otherwise. So as y'all can see, 62 pass completion percentage. So he did not have the best of games, man. Let's see who's his #1 receiver in this game. Sammy Parker, been rocking out with him, and then of course Tony G. Y'all know Mahomes rock out with those tight ends, but his defense, let's see. Hargrove had 2 sacks, 5 tackles, 3 solo tackles. So I mean, anybody could. The Super Bowl MVP was kind of up in the air because he didn't really perform too great, but he performed enough to kind of get them that win. But I wonder how they scored touchdowns. It had to be running touchdowns, right? Okay, so Larry Johnson. I feel like he probably should have got it over bro Hargrove, but it's cool though. That's pretty much it, man. Let's go ahead and sim one more season to see what happens, and then we're gonna wrap up this video. All right, y'all, man. Here we have the 08-09 season. We are now in the playoffs, but as y'all can see, it's been a very tough time for this whole entire division. And for the first time out of all these years, the Bills did not make the playoffs, man. So the Patriots did end up winning the division, but they won it going 9-8, which is a bad record to win a division with. You almost went negative. Now, as y'all know, Chiefs, they made the playoffs. Once again, like I say every single time, man. They run that division so far with Mahomes at QB. Let's take a look at the Bills' schedule because this is the first time we are seeing one of these 3 teams not make the playoffs, and I want to see just like who they were losing to. So let's go ahead and go to regular season. So the Steelers, which is a pretty good team, or who has been a good team as far as the sim goes, the Giants. Oh, they played the Chiefs, lost to the Chiefs. Patriots lost. So they pretty much just been losing every single game against anybody. It doesn't really matter. Lost both games against the Patriots, which is no surprise. They've been doing that for all these seasons, or at least splitting games or losing both games. So I'm not surprised by that. But they just had a terrible season, man. The 99 overall QB goes, what, 6-11? That's terrible. Let's go ahead and look at these stats in this season to see if it was Josh Allen's fault or another reason they lost. Now, obviously, I highly doubt he won the MVP this year. I don't understand how he just got an MVP and then proceeds to have the worst record in the division and probably one of the worst records in the league, which is going to cause him to have a high draft pick, which is a good thing. But let's go ahead and scroll, man, and look at these passing yards. So Tom Brady is the highest out of Mahomes, Brady, and Allen. And then we have Josh Allen, who threw 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 60 pass completion percentage, which isn't a bad season. So I have a good feeling it's not really on him to why they had that bad of record. Probably his defense, which is probably what they're going to draft. And then here we have Mahomes, 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, only 4,400 passing yards, which is still good for a quarterback, but obviously not the best in the league. and a 63 pass completion percentage. And so yeah, so none of them, I highly doubt any of them won any awards in the AFC or MVP. So let's go ahead and sim, man. I'm rooting for Brady this year because I want him to get a Super Bowl so bad, man. I don't want Mahomes and Josh Allen to completely ruin his career. But as y'all know, it's Madden sim. Anything can happen. Probably, more than likely, neither one of these teams are going to win the Super Bowl through sim. But let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs, man. Hey, look, I talked down on Madden sim, but they got this boy Mahomes going back to back, man. Come on. Playing in the Super Bowl as a 3rd seed, going against the Buccaneers. He ended up beating the Colts, which beat the Patriots, surprisingly. Tom Brady lost in the 1st round. Do they still have Manning? They might have Manning still. I don't know. No, they don't. Manning probably, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Manning. Is he not here yet? I don't know. But they have Rex Grossman. I could be tripping. Brady, let's see how well he performed. I'm just scrolling right now. I'm tweaking. So Tom Brady had 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You can't do that in a playoff game and expect to win. So that is why Patrick Mahomes is back in the Super Bowl once again, man. Let's go ahead and sim past it, see what happened, and see if he goes for his 2nd ring. As y'all can see, that boy Mahomes fell just short. But if you look at how this game went, he tried to make that 4th quarter comeback, scoring 20 points in the 4th. High scoring game, 30-38. But let's go ahead and look at these stats. Okay, so first things first, as y'all can see, man, somehow, some way, the Buccaneers now have Michael Vick, which is probably a big reason to why they won this game. 3 touchdowns for him, 0 interceptions. I didn't mean to do that. And 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Mahomes, which is probably the difference in the game. He did go stupid, though. 338 passing yards. Longest pass was 30 yards, but he did get sacked 3 times on a 71 pass completion percentage. Let's see if Mike Vick, I'm very curious to see how many times he ran. Oh, just five attempts for 4 yards, which is not too crazy. It's not really good at all. But as y'all can see, man, it just looks like Mahomes just lost the shootout. So he has 2 Super Bowl appearances, one which he won and the other one where he lost. I believe Josh Allen has 2 MVPs and 2 Offensive Player of the Years. And Tom Brady is left with nothing so far. So hopefully in the next episode, he can go ahead and get right and make it to the Super Bowl or something, or win something before he starts to get old and regress. Although he's just now starting to regress right now in real life. Y'all know how Madden does regression. So he's going to probably start to regress around 31, 32-ish and start losing all those stats. But that's pretty much it for the video, man. If y'all enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, sub up. Also, don't forget to comment down below what type of videos y'all like to see from me next, and turn that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post. And it's your boy Bean, and I'm out.